Yeah, hi. Yeah, today we are going to see how to deploy .NET API and Angular Angular UI to web app and execute our data, fetch data from our database and insert data to database, and we can see how to communicate with Azure API and UI. So this is the UI I have published on the Azure web app, and we can see how to fetch data from user and how to insert data from here to Azure app. Azure, yeah, I can go and see here. I have a two web app. One is DB deploy and one is testing Angular. For DB deploy, this is the name of the web app. I can deploy our web API here, and testing ng, this is for Angular UI. So I can deploy Angular UI here and web API from here. So here we need to do some changes after deploy. So we can see one by one. First we are going to see on course, when we are going to expose our API to different origin and different URL. So first we need to allow course origin in program.cs file. If we are using a .NET 8, so we can see that here is a program.cs file. If before .NET 5, so we have a config method and configure service, so you need to put some code in a config service and config method if you are using a .NET 5 or less. But currently I am using the .NET 8, so I need to add some code to allow course to expose our web API data to the different URL. So I have just some ready-made code. I'm going just copy and just paste here and just save it. And after that we need to also add in below app dot use course and allow Angular. This is the name, you can use whatever you require. And after that policy, we need to put some policy which API, which URL you need to access your API. So I have put it http slash localhost.420. This is for the Angular UI. If you have a already new URL, so you can put here your URL. After that, what you need to do access, so allow header. And after that any method or header. So whatever the your controller or inside controller have a method, so they can expose method in your controller. You if you commit this thing, so they can't use. This is a similar like if you have give access to your room to anyone, so they can only allow to enter your hall, not to your bedroom, not to your kitchen, not to something. The similar like here, if you allow to header, so they can use your data and accept your data. So now we can see and check where locally we can data is coming or not. So just run the application and see. Yeah, our Angular application is currently running. Yeah, currently disabled because I have done the changes in our API side. So once API is ready, code is running, so we can check how the data is going on. Meanwhile, I have to run changes in app.component.user. Yeah, I have something need to change, so we can insert data directly. Yeah, I need to go on service, and service have some ready-made. Hmm, go on somewhere. I have put it some somewhere. I have put it some static data, so I need to change, but I'm unable to find where I have added. Yeah, add user. Go on. Yeah, now I can run or refresh the page, but data is not coming. Yeah, we can see here first data is executing or not. Then we can see on UI. Yeah, here we can see the data is executing, fetching from our database, and now we can see. Yeah, why data is not coming? Just execute. Yeah, network, we can see no response is coming. Yeah, no response is coming, we can see here. But here this is working, but data is not coming inside the Angular app. Yeah, what I need to do in yeah yeah, if you are using this URL, if I am using this URL to accepting data, so I need to allow origin as well. Where where here I need to allow origin to accepting our web API data in Angular. So I need to do some changes here course as well. So I'm just to go and copy URL and go here and put here. So I have put here and go and save. Yeah, go and say I have done the changes. Now I'm going to refresh and in network. Yeah, we can see in network employee. Yeah, in response we can getting data from a database.